David rushed to the hospital and stumbled upon a dramatic scene. After identifying himself to the medical staff, he instantly pulled his father aside to, "That's not her. I swear I'll bring her back." "What are you talking about, Dad?" Lina's father was getting ready to leave when he spotted Hannah walking towards him. Lina's mother also turned to see, and to everyone's shock, Lina's father dropped to his knees. "Hannah looks just like little Lina." Lina, what on earth is happening?" "It seems only the Lina in the hospital bed can unravel this mystery." Meanwhile, the police were fully investigating the scene, expending vast resources. The police dog led officers to a broken fence. The fabric matched Lina's pajamas. However, it's an abandoned military area, and the police can't enter without permission. Hearing this, Officer Helen immediately ordered the team together at the gate, awaiting their arrival. Sure enough, the sign at the gate blared military warnings, and the captain reluctantly had his team hunker down at the entrance. Helen wasn't having it. She said, "Captain, you have an 8 or 9-year-old son too. If you were trapped, would you even think about this? Plus, there might be a body next to the boy. Imagine the psychological impact." Upon hearing, the captain ordered the SWAT team in. Suddenly, a car zoomed up. A man jumped out claiming to be security. He shouted this is a restricted zone, no entry. But when Helen asked for the contact of his boss, he froze and said, "I have no idea." Helen suggested checking with NATO. The captain immediately decided to press on, sending SWAT into the military zone. Suddenly, a massive explosion and thick smoke signaled trouble for the SWAT team inside. Helen couldn't argue with the guard. She dashed straight to the explosion site, but the SWAT team warned her upon arrival. "Don't move, it's riddled with landmines. Wrong step, she might fly." A SWAT officer lay helpless with a broken leg. Things were dire. No one knew the mine count. Once outside, Helen immediately called headquarters, demanding a bomb disposal team. For that little boy, Jonathan, trapped in the room, every second they were racing against death itself. Hearing this, the higher-ups wasted no time and dispatched the bomb squad. The military zone echoed with explosions, but the soldiers were starting to get used to it. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the bomb squad completed their mission, and armed SWAT dogs returned to the military zone, searching for any signs of the surviving John. At last, the police dog stopped in front of one house and wouldn't budge. Unsure if it was a bomb-filled chamber, Helen charged in without a second thought. As soon as she entered, the officers found a man's body on the floor. Helen quickly noticed the man's face was disgusting and slippery. But right now, finding the child was the priority, and after a quick search, Helen triumphantly located Jonathan. She rescued Jonathan, and after a full day and night of waiting, David found Lina had finally awakened in her hospital room. However, Lina fell silent upon seeing David. It turned out that man had deeply traumatized her, making her wary of any strangers now. David tried reassuring her he was a cop. After several attempts, Lina revealed her true name, Glass. David could reach Glass' father in Fairburg. Then, police sent him a photo of the room's body. Upon seeing the picture, David immediately grilled Glass. According to Glass, he had only attacked the victim's temple before making a run for it. But the photo of the deceased looked way more complicated. Glass quickly protested it wasn't his doing. David suggested maybe Glass just misremembered it's totally normal to do so in such a state. Besides, it's self-defense, so what Glass did can't really be wrong. But once Glass saw David's disbelief, his emotions flared up. "I didn't do this," he yelled, and the nurse arrived promptly to calm him down. After examining Jonathan, the doctor sent him to Hannah's mental facility, unaware of shadowy eyes watching. Soon enough, Hannah's photo hit the local headlines, and the newspapers painted her as a devilish figure. Hannah's grandfather was furious, while David believed there was collusion between some insiders and the news media. From the shooting angle, the photo was very close to Hannah. Only an insider could take such a shot. But when David and the doctor checked the surveillance, they were informed there had been some issues with the system. This only strengthened David's conviction. Hannah found her favorite internet cat, while Jonathan discovered the beloved Christmas snow globe. Clearly, all this was masterminded by that dad. The coroner had preliminary results and summoned David to it. The computer showed a shattered snow globe, all pieces found except the big center chunk. The thickness of the snow globe perfectly matched the bruises on the victim's face, proving that the snow globe pieces were indeed the murder weapon. Moreover, the cause of death wasn't the bruises on the face, but rather a blunt force trauma to the back of the head that sealed the victim's fate. Just as David was about to inquire about the parentage of the suspect, the coroner told him the victim wasn't the children's father. Things are getting more complicated. Lina's case involves so many. David barely caught his breath when the coroner told him of human remains near the military zone. He heard the victim's remains were clothed exactly like glass, and David thought to himself, could this be Lina? It seemed like things were about to get messy. However, amidst all the chaos, when David escorted the medical team, the coroner told him the deceased woman was not Lina. Yet hair analysis revealed 2 strands belonged to Lina, and this woman had died 15 months ago. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like and subscribe.